Bienvenidos, welcome to another episode of Spain on Fork. Today we have such an exciting show. We're making a delicious dessert recipe of individual apple pies with Spanish Marcona almonds. Now I'm categorizing this as a dessert because it's sweet, but you can have these little apple pies for breakfast, as an afternoon snack, or anytime because they are so good. And also check this out, this recipe is so easy to make. Listen, I don't consider myself a baker or an expert in baking, but I think I can make these little apple pies with a blindfold on. And without taking a look. Seriously guys, jokes aside, super easy to make, and the best part about this recipe, it's all done in 30 minutes. Alright, enough of me blabbing, let's dive right in. We're going to begin by grabbing half a cup of blanched Marcona almonds. Now if you can't get Marcona almonds in your area, you can use any type of blanched almonds. Now to crumble our whole almonds, you could use a food processor, but here's another great idea. Add the almonds into a clear plastic bag. And using a pestle pound down on the almonds, this is going to crumble all the almonds without causing a huge mess. If you prefer, you can use a food processor. Alright, let's move on to the next ingredients. I've got one Granny Smith apple. I'm going to keep the peel on there just because it gives it a better flavor. Then I'm going to cut the apple to remove the core. And you want to chop up the apple into small squares that are about 1/2 inch. And as you're cutting the apples, add them into a large bowl. Then I'm going to squeeze in 1 teaspoon of fresh lemon juice into the apples. 2 tablespoons of white sugar. 1/2 teaspoon of cinnamon powder. 1 tablespoon of all-purpose flour. And add the crumbled almonds in there. And mix everything together until it's well combined. This is a very important step. You want to make sure that all those flavors are perfectly combined together. Okay, we're moving on to the dough. I've got a store-bought pre-made pie dough here. This one comes in a circular design. You can use whichever pre-made pie dough your supermarket sells. Now using this circle cutter right here, I'm going to cut some circles out of this dough. This is about 3.5 inches in diameter. We should end up with about 6 individual pies from this cutter. Now I'm going to grab a 6-count muffin tin, spray it with some nonstick spray, and mold each circular dough into each muffin hole. Now we're going to evenly divide our apple mixture into the 6 molded doughs. This is why it was very important to mix that apple mixture together. That way as you're adding it into these molds, you're adding the apples, the almonds, and all those beautiful flavors. To cook our apple pies, I'm going to add this into a preheated oven, bake and broil option, 210 degrees Celsius, which is 410 degrees Fahrenheit. Make sure you put it in a wire rack that's in the middle of the oven. After 16 to 18 minutes, I'm going to take the apple pies out of the oven and let them rest for a couple minutes. Once they're cool enough to handle, these are ready to go. I'm going to grab a couple of them, put them on a plate for presentation, and sprinkle them with some powdered sugar. Okay guys, our little apple pies are done. How easy was it to make that? I'm going to cut one of them open, show you what it looks like inside, and give it a try. Now this looks amazing. Here we go. Wow. That's so good. First things first. Beautiful texture to that crust. Wow. And then those Marcona almonds mixed in with the apples and the rest of the ingredients. It's an explosion of flavors. The almonds had a beautiful texture to this. You guys saw this. Super easy to make. Done in 30 minutes. I'm not a baker, and look how easily I put this together. Anybody can do this. If you enjoyed today's video, hit that like button. Leave me a comment below. And if you're not subscribed, smash that subscribe button. Till the next time, hasta luego.